Vidya Miss, and it's me, Smita Miss. I am taking the second lesson, that is from trade to power. In this lesson, we can study different topics like the coming of the Europeans like the Portuguese, the French, the Dutch and the English. And we can study the influence of the various European countries in India. And about all these topics we can study in this lesson, and we can continue the lesson now. Okay?
Okay, students. Now you can see the front page of lesson 2 from trade to power. Here, at first we can discuss about the story of a spice. Do you heard about spices? Yes. Then, which is the most important spice? Yes, that is black pepper. Here gives the story of black pepper. Even the black gold has a story to tell. Black gold. What is black gold? Yes, that is black pepper. Now we can read that story. Friends, I am Pepper. Can I invite you to the Europe a few centuries ago? The rural folks in Europe would kill some of their cattle for meat and preserve it for the prolonged winter season. The heavy snowfall in the winter was not favorable for the grass to grow in the cattle field. Both the people and cattle faced a shortage of food during the season. The solution for this was to preserve the cattle meat as food for winter. Remember that there was neither electricity nor refrigerator of any kind during that period. So, they found me effective in preserving the meat and making it tastier. In short, I was inevitable for them. My friends cardamom, cinnamon and ginger, all spices like I am, were also loved by them. The traders came in search of us from the time immemorial. That means, what do you understand from the story? Yes, we can understood that the spices like pepper, ginger, cardamom and cinnamon were very much important for the Europeans. And at that time, they used these spices to preserve their food items and to become tastier. Mainly, they used it for preserving their food items like meat in the winter season. So, now we can see the pictures of some spices like black pepper, cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, etc. Do you want to see the pictures? Yes, we can see it now. Look at this picture. This is cinnamon. This is also cinnamon. This is the leaf of that plant. And the bark of the tree is used as the spice. And what is this? This is clove. Do you heard about this? Yes, cloves. Do you want to see the picture of clove plant? Yes, this is the picture of clove plant. And on the left side, you can see the flower of clove. In the next, we can see coffee. This is coffee plant and coffee beans. This is ginger. It is very familiar to you. Ginger plant. This is nutmeg, another important spice. Same, nutmeg. Nutmeg plant. Okay, it is our pepper. We now discussed about the story of this pepper. Pepper plant. This is cardamom. Cardamom. This is turmeric. Okay, we can see the turmeric plant here. Okay, these are the major spices. And now we can discuss about the coming of the Europeans to Kerala. Okay, the Europeans came here for what purpose? They came here for spices. The spices of our land were essential to the foreigners, and the traders all over the world used to visit here to collect the spices. You have understood the previous chapter about the Constantinople. Am I correct? Yes. Constantinople is the gateway from Europe to Asia. We know that that was the land route between Asia and Europe. But in 1453, when the Turks conquered Constantinople, the Europeans couldn't go through that route. So, it was necessary for them to find out a new sea route to India. And do you know the country? Which country found out a new sea route to India first? It was the Portugal. The Portuguese came here first by sea route. Do you know the name of the European who came to India by sea route? Yes, that was Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama reached here in Kerala in the month of May 1498. He reached at Kapad near Calicut. When he came here, the Samarin, the then ruler of Calicut, did not provide trading facilities to him. So he left to Kannur. And from there, from Kannur, he collected necessary items like spices and returned back to Portugal. Because Portugal was his native place. And he was followed by 2 more persons from Portuguese. They were Almeida and Albuquerque. Almeida and Albuquerque were the followers of Vasco da Gama from Portugal. And they had some trade centers in India. Which were the trade centers of the Portuguese in India? They are Goa, Daman and Diu. And they constructed 2 forts, one at Kannur and another at Thrissur districts. Do you want to see the pictures of these 2? Yes. First one, it was a video. Okay. Now we can see the video of the first fort constructed by the Portuguese. It was Saint Angelo Fort at Kannur. Now we can see the video. Look at this. Okay. This was the video of Saint Angelo Fort. Now, there is another fort constructed by the Portuguese. It was the Kottapuram Fort in Thrissur district. So, now we can repeat which are the 2 forts constructed by the Portuguese in Kerala. They are Saint Angelo Fort and Kottapuram Fort. Saint Angelo Fort is situating at Kannur and Kottapuram Fort is in Thrissur district. And now we can discuss about the contributions of the Portuguese in Kerala. The Portuguese were also known as Parangis. Do you know the reason? Do you heard about Parangi Mava? Yes, it is cashew plant. We called them as Parangi Mava because it was the contribution of the Parangis or the Portuguese. They introduced so many agricultural items here in Kerala. Okay, some examples are given here. They are agricultural crops like pineapple, guava, papaya, red chili, cashew, tobacco, etc. etc. They are found plenty in Kerala now, but they were introduced by the Portuguese. Okay, now we can see the pictures of some agricultural crops introduced by the Portuguese. Now look at this. What is this? This is cashew nut. In Malayalam, we can call it Parangiyandi. Parangis, they were Portuguese. It is guava. We can see plenty in Kerala now, but it is a contribution of the Portuguese. The next one is papaya. Now it is very common, but it is also a contribution of the Portuguese. Do you like this fruit? Yes, it is pineapple. Another contribution of the Portuguese to Kerala. Oh, red chili. Yes, red chili is also introduced by Parangis. It is bitter leaf, that is tobacco. Tobacco is also another contribution of the British. Okay, these are the important agricultural crops introduced by the Portuguese to Kerala. And now we can discuss about one art form introduced by the Portuguese. Do you heard about Chavittu Nadagam? No. Okay. Chavittu Nadagam is an art form introduced by the Portuguese to Kerala. Do you want to see a video of Chavittu Nadagam? Because I know it is unfamiliar to you, but now also it is very famous in North Malabar region. That means in northern Kerala. But in southern Kerala, but in our district, it is unfamiliar. So, we can see the video of Chavittu Nadagam.
Chigamesher Periyakarman Rajan Chirainda Sabai Tannile Varuhindare Neyai Vidubekata Kadigitam Tayatam Tadirigata Tayatam Tadirigata Tayatam Tadirigata Tayatam Tadirigata Tayatam Tadirigata Natindata Tamaratam Tamaratam Adindagatam
Okay. Now, I showed this video because it is unfamiliar to our district. So, once again, we can discuss about the contributions of the Portuguese to Kerala. Okay, now look at this textbook. The Portuguese introduced the agricultural crops like pineapple, guava, papaya, red chili, cashew, tobacco, etc. They built 2 forts in Kerala. They are St. Angelo Fort at Kannur and Kottappuram Fort in Thrissur district. Third point, they introduced an art form Chavittu Nadagam. Now we discussed the 3 points. They are the contributions of the Portuguese to Kerala. Now we can discuss about another important point, that is Portuguese had only 3 trade centers in India. We already discussed the names of the 3 trade centers. They are Goa, Daman and Diu. So, the Portuguese could not establish many trade centers in India. What could be the reason for this? We can discuss 2 points. First one, they did not have enough economic and military resources to compete with the other European powers. Second one, they faced resistance from the native forces. Okay, the second point. Look at the second point. They had to face resistance from native forces. We already discussed that the ruler of Calicut, Samarin, was an enemy of the Portuguese. Samarin's admirals were known as Kunyali Marakkars. And these Kunyali Marakkars fought against the Portuguese in the Malabar region. At last, they became martyrs in the fight. They became martyrs in the fight with the Portuguese. Who were Kunyali Marakkars? Kunyali Marakkars were the admirals of the Samarin. Samarin, who was Samarin? Samarin was the ruler of Calicut. Calicut is modern Kozhikode. Now, it is about the Portuguese period in Kerala.
Okay, let us conclude our lesson. Today we discussed about the coming of the Portuguese in Kerala. The Portuguese influence over Kerala. They influenced our culture a lot. They introduced different kinds of crops to our Kerala. All these we discussed now. Now we can